Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for supporting lot on my each and every content. Thanks for that. So this is our chapter 4 of blockchain storage vault. In this video, today we're gonna see how can we write a Golang program, the different routes, set up database, and so on and so forth. So without further ado, let's get started with our video. Till last video, we have seen what are the different routes we're gonna use and what is our database structure, right? So in today's video, let's get started with our Golang programming. So very first we need to set up our Golang project. To set up Golang project, it's our backend. So let's move to the server directory, change to server. Okay, now I am server. So to init the project, what we need to do, go init, go mod init is the command to initiate our project. Okay, or we can say to initialize our project in this directory. So we have to give your project directory name, project name, what you want to call that project. Simply I will calling it as a server. Simple. Now you can see creating new go.mod module server. So in our server, yeah, go.mod file is created. Go.mod file is equivalent to our package.json file, where now all the packages will get listed out over here, right? So to now what we can do, we can create one our index file, or we can say a main file, main.go. So let's create over here main.go simply. Okay, so now here we can create our, we have created main. So what is our basic structure for this? So simply we have to type here package, yeah, package main, and then we have to import. I'm just simply importing fmt. So what is fmt? Fmt is our default package. It's like a logger. I just want to write a hello world program. So here I will write a function main, and then simple syntax like this will be the func is my function keyword. Okay, and to do log, like console log, equivalent to console log is fmt dot print f or print ln. So I will give print f. Print ln also you can give, it will print justly on next line, but let's try both. First we'll do print, then let's say yeah, blockchain storage vault. Okay, now let's save this program. It's already auto save for me. Now how to run this program, right? Just remember these commands. To run the program, what do we need to do? We are already in the current directory of server, so we need to do go run and the file name. What is our file name? Main. So simply run this. Package main is not in the go root. Okay, so simply type go mod tidy, and now let's try it again. Oh, sorry, go mod run we need to do. Sorry, go run main dot go. Sorry, we have to point of the full file name. So now you can see, let's try to run it again. We have here simple command to run this file, go run and file name, and please remember to give complete file name with extension .go, right? And then when we hit this, we are getting blockchain storage vault. Yes, this is my, just we can call it a hello world program, or just a basic program where I can see the output of my file, right? This is our command. So list out, let's try to list out these commands in our readme file parallelly. So for better understanding, very first we can say go commands. First one, what we have learned, init command, go mod init, and then project name, this one. And the second one is we need to run the command, run the folder. To run it, go run main file main dot go, right? These two command we need to multiple times use. Not first one, the second one we are going to use each time whenever we want to run this file as go run and file name main dot go. Now let's try to set up our folder structure. So we have a root file which is as main.go. So all the commands will start from our main file or main function we can say. And then we have to set up multiple things. Very first we have to set up db folder, folder for handlers, folder for our modules and routes. Let's try to do one by one. Very first let's create one folder for db, and then we're going to create a folder for our handler. Okay, and then let's create not inside, you have to create each and every folder in root directory itself within the server. So click on server, and then here we have to create routes. Okay, and then what if we miss modules, we need modules as well. Model models. Okay, models is like related to database. We have db handlers modules models or routes. Yeah, fair enough. Now let's try to write one by one. Let's try to set up now our server first. Once we set up server, and then we'll try to slowly write routes as well. To set up server, what we're gonna do to get things done quickly, we can use our friend ChatGPT, right? So now let's get, and I will give you an idea how exactly you can use ChatGPT to increase your productivity, and not just to copy paste the whole code. You have to understand the code and then only have to copy paste. So we will learn the proper way of using ChatGPT for increasing our productivity. So, but before that, we have here Golan proper official documentations where you can learn the all the coding stuff. So if you can say go by example is here. This is the good one. You have detailed documentation as well, but I would like to show you this one. Go by example. Let's go to here. You can see here all the different topics they have listed over here. So simply if you have click on hello world, so they have, here is the code is given. How can you write a hello world program code? So you can see here go run what we have just did, hello world, right? So you can build your command, and it will give you the output. And simply you can run after it will create a one executable file, and then simply you can run that executable file and you will get the code. So you don't need to run any command, right? It's a good thing. Here are multiple code bases like that. Next example is values. So if anyone is interested in learning Golang in a proper way, so they can follow this particular documentation. It's a very detailed and very useful as well. You can see here most of the examples they have given here, how exactly they are using the values, one plus one, some mathematic operations they have given over here. Next is variables. Here is very good stuff. Lot of good stuff is here. So please feel free to check out this particular website. It's in the documentation, and for sure I will give the link in the description box as well, right? So you can learn proper goal and programming from here with respect to multiple stuff, recursion, pointers. Yes, there is a pointers in Golan. Okay, so now let's move towards setting up our server. Okay, to set up our server, what we can simply do, here is our friend ChatGPT. We can say simply, can you please help us? We can say please or not because that's fine. Please help us to set up Go server. Okay, let's see. Install Go. Yes, we did that. We created server. Yeah, project directory. Of course, we needed our. This is done. Okay, so now here we have code. We have FMTP. Of course, we have already used FMTP. Now we have to use net HTTP package. Okay, this is inbuilt package itself. So when you get code, don't simply copy paste entire code. First understand what exactly they are saying, right? So they have created here now ChatGPT given us a function handler. We need to use this handler function. Now what exactly handler is doing? It's like our in I will try to compare it with the Node.js most of the time. In Node.js we have express, we have response and request. So this is our response and request. So here they have mentioned it as a W and R as a reference variables, right? So whenever you want to send something, so you will write W, and here we have main function. They have defined http handle function, http.handle.function, and they have defined here one route, empty route slash root directory route. And on port 4000 they are running this listen and serve. This is the important function we need to consider. You can see here, if error. Now this is a particular syntax to assigning a variable, assigning a value to this variable. Error is my variable. Now we are assigning this entire value, this particular thing, to variable error. If this value exists, if this value is null or not, based on that we are doing this second operation. If it's not null, if it's not null means it has some value. It has some value in the sense error has thrown something. In that case we will say error in that particular server, or else it won't return anything, right? So this is what exactly we're gonna do here. So let's try to run our program. And here they have given some multiple steps, but first we have to go, let's try to go with the simpler approach. So just simply copy this handler function, and don't worry, we will going to upload our each and every code on repository, so you can always sync up with us what exactly we are doing. Now let's get back to our VS code. Okay, now what are we gonna do? We'll write one handler function. Handler function we can write on top of the main function. So let's do here handler. HTTP is not in our package, so simply what we need to do, we need to do net slash HTTP. Okay, yep, you can see our error is gone. Now what we need to do, we need to use our server. It's not unused yet, so we can use here. So let's get back to our function. You can here see dot HTTP handle function. Now this is the function which we are calling from HTTP, and then inside that we are calling this handler function here. So let's try to copy this particular block, paste it over here. Now what we have did handler. So in the same way, similar way, we can write multiple routes over here with respect to this function. But for now, we will write, we'll try to get our empty route, and then we'll try for the other routes, right? So I think here we have good, we have defined here 4000 port, and remember to pass this particular port in string, right? It's pretty important. Now let's try to simply run our code. Go run and main dot go. Yeah, now you can see I can see server at port 4000 it's running. So if I go to my uh, local hosts, local host 3000, not we need 4000. Let's see what we get. At empty route we are saying yes, hello, we are requested, you have requested route, empty route. What we want in handler, what exactly we are showing, yes, we are giving response this only, hello, we have requested this, right, at URL path. So this URL path is nothing but the route. Okay, so yes, we have done with the setting up our initial server. I hope you got this.